Over the past few years, more women are taking on senior roles at WAFL clubs. But for a player, the most important role at a footy club is the head trainer and its medical staff. I am at the Subiaco Football Club. It's Tuesday night. This is where the trainers earn their money. In any sport, the head trainer has many responsibilities. For starters, they have to prepare the players for battle each week. Then there's strapping, massages, managing injuries, to crisis management and education. There is not much time for anything else. For the past 4 years, Tania Furguson has been trainer here at Subiaco.
So as soon as you've done your strips, I'll come to you and do your thumb.
Tania, what is it like trying to get 2 football teams ready for action each week?
At times it can be stressful. Definitely stressful when you've got a player that's forgotten something and coach is calling warm-up and they've come running in. So yeah, at times it can be stressful, and other times it can just truck through without a hiccup. All right, what we need to do is we just need to settle this right down, get all this swelling out, and then we'll take it from there and talk about weights.
Before a game, what are the things that happen to make it really hectic?
We have strapping that the players come in, so we've got strapping, we've got players that are getting sorted by the chiro, we've got the physio, and we've also got massage. So myself and Albie do all the strapping, and then I jump in and start helping with a bit of massage and a bit of the physio role.
Tania, how many injuries would you treat a week?
Roughly after a game, you're looking at anything from 10 boys, probably 8 from the league, corkies, as well as some major injuries. Probably another 5 from the twos maybe, so probably just over 10 players after game day. And then you might pick up an extra couple during training after like a Tuesday night session, or even after a Thursday night session, you might pick up 1 or 2 after that. All right.
Thanks, Tan.
You're welcome.
What are some of the common injuries that players have to play with each week?
Definitely rolled ankles. You've got your corkies. They very rarely come up the following week, so they're always carrying something. But definitely your rolled ankles, shoulders as well. Once they come back from an injury, they're still carrying that injury. So shoulders as well.
A lot of blokes, a lot of egos. Is that hard to handle?
Yeah, it can be at times. Because I am a female in a male-dominated world, so yeah, it can be at times. But you've just got to be strong in your convictions, strong in what you do, strong in what you say, and they respect you for that. And I think I have the respect of the playing group, and have had the respect of the playing group since I've come here. So I just think you just got to be a strong female. Can I get another ice up here while you're here tonight, and then do one when you get home later on?
How much time do you spend being a head trainer every week?
3 nights a week, then all day Saturday, and probably a couple of hours on Sunday just doing paperwork. So it's a full commitment.
What can young players do to prevent injury?
Listen to their head trainer. They can listen to their head trainer, but I think most importantly for younger players, they've come through their juniors and they've fallen over, they've bounced back. Once they get up to that next level, they have to realise that they just don't bounce back, and they have to tell their head trainer should they have any problems, so that we can get on top of it. I think the key for younger players is that they don't let us know what's going on, so it sometimes makes it a little bit harder because we find out later down the track. So just, listening to what your head trainer says and actually telling your head trainer what's going on, that would be 2 of the most key things.
Luke Saunders, the football manager, knows the medical team have a tough job each week and are a vital part of the club.
I think you'll find that there's a number of injuries that occur throughout the course of the season, and Tania and her team coordinate all that and schedule appointments for doctors and physios and that sort of thing, so they're vitally important.
Do they have regular contact with the coaches?
Yeah, we have a medical meeting every Monday and Tuesday night. Our physio comes down on a Monday and Thursday, and Tania sends emails around amongst all the coaches and medical staff and strength and conditioning coaches to inform of the injuries and how long the layoff, what exercises they can and can't do at training.
Why are there more women trainers involved in the WAFL these days?
That's a good question. I'm not quite sure, Spin, but it's great to have a mix of the older generation of trainers like the old Mickey Baileys and Albie Hawkins and Kerry Grahams that have been around the club for a long period of time, and injecting it with youth and they're mainly students that have come from practical experience that are required for university, so it's good to have that balance in our footy club.
Does Tania yell at the place?
I think every every club's got players that are treated a little bit differently in regards to medical treatment, and some don't do their exercises in their rehab program as efficiently as Tania would like. So I guess answering that question, yeah, a few players do get yelled at from time to time.
Aidan Parker is captain of the club and has spent his fair share of time in the trainer's hands. Aidan, how much do the players rely on the training staff each week?
Oh, well, you know, people like Tania and Albie Hawkins and the rest of the training team, I mean, for us, they're, like the heart and soul of the club. Particularly for players like me, getting a little bit old now, 28, so I'm in there just about every night. So for me, they're absolutely integral. Without them, I probably wouldn't be playing. So yeah, massive part.
Do players spend a lot of time in there?
Depends. You don't really want to be spending too much time in there, particularly if you're young, you get labelled soft, but you get a few free passes if you're getting old. But you don't really want to be spending too much time in there. But I think as the WAFL's got more professional, you get your chiros, your doctors and all that sort of stuff, so yeah, maybe more so.
Do you go to Tania for all types of advice?
Not necessarily. I mean, we're lucky enough to have a doctor, a physio, a chiro, then we've got Maddie Barber, who's does the fitness side of things as well. But generally she's the first person you go see, and then she'll direct you where to go after if she can't treat it herself.
Are injuries just part of the game now?
I think they are. I mean, they're pretty hard to avoid. I mean, I've had a pretty lucky run. I haven't had too many injuries myself, but that's a bit of a rarity. That's why those sort of people inside your club have just become more important. So you're spending less time off the field.
Is it her decision whether you play some weeks or not?
Yeah. She's certainly one of the people that makes the decision along with the coaching staff. I believe it's her, the physio, who get consulted and they give their recommendation. And then it's up to the player to see whether they can sway the coach or not, convince them they're actually fit when they're not.
And how would you rate the team's performance?
Oh, mate, I'd give them a 10 out of 10.